What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sarkis Unlocked. Today, I have a very special guest. She's a mother of 2 daughters. She's very involved in her community. I like to call her Middleton Michelle. She knows how to enter a room and instantly make connections and develop relationships. She's also someone who works tirelessly for her clients. Everyone, please welcome Michelle Debonis. Michelle, welcome to Sarkis Unlocked. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
We had met at a party in Lynnfield, and I had met your husband, David, 3 days prior to this house party in Lynnfield. I'm at the gym about 5:30 in the morning in the locker room, and David had just, overheard a conversation I was having with one of my agents who I was working out with, Alex. And he's like, you guys in real estate, the Sarkis Team? I was like, yeah. He's like, David Debonis, M&T Bank.
Sounds just like him.
And he gives me his card. I give him my card. We start chatting. He sends me a text. I texted him back. Fast forward 3 days later, we're going to a house party in Lynnfield for a good friend of mine. And my wife and I don't know anyone there. We enter the party. We're just starting to, talk with some of the people there. And who walks in? David and Michelle Debonis. And I was like, Dave from the gym? He's like, hey, what's going on, George? How you doing, brother? I was like, oh, man, this is awesome. Not that I'm a nervous guy about, meeting people. I think I can hold my own in a room of strangers. But and then kind of explain what happened.
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes everything happens for a reason, The stars aligned, like you met my husband on Wednesday, and then all of a sudden we're at the same party, meeting each other again 2 days, 3 days later. And your wife didn't really know anybody there, so I kind of just started talking with her. And
you took her under your wing.
She's a love.
You took her under your wing, and
we had some great conversations.
A lot of laughs that night.
Yeah.
But, we had chatted, and obviously David, your husband, is in the mortgage business, knows a lot of people in the real estate industry.
Yes.
And we started chatting, and I said, what do you do, Michelle? And you had told me you're in real estate. And I'm a big believer in, working with people who get it. And really, resumes don't mean much to me. It's about the character and it's about the personality. And I saw you that night, and you were just working the room. You knew everybody. You had the energy, which people don't always have. They lack energy. And you and I ended up, I was kind of messing around with you, and he's like, why don't you come and work for the Sarkis Team? We need some help in the North Shore. And you're like, you can't afford me, I think you said. You can't afford me. And we started chatting.
We were bantering.
Yes, we were going at it, you and I. And then I happened to get someone on the phone. Who did I get on the phone?
That sealed the deal for me.
Who did I get on the phone that
Tracy
helped?
Tudor.
Tracy Tudor.
Love her.
So I get Tracy Tudor on FaceTime. It's probably like midnight at this point. And I'm like, Tracy, I get this girl, Michelle Debonis, here, and I'm trying to tell her to come work for the Sarkis Team, but she's trying to big time me and say, I don't know about that. And Tracy said to you,
you need to go work for him.
You need to go work with him.
Yes.
No one works for me. We all work together. We're one big team.
Agree.
And that was just the opening conversation.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
You called David and you wanted me to come in the office, and me and David spoke about it. And sometimes when opportunity knocks, you have to open the door. I felt like I said, when fate happens, you gotta go with it. And I feel like that was fate. What's the chances of you meeting David? And then 2 days later, you running into us at a party.
And I don't recruit. I simply don't recruit at the Sarkis Team. It's really
I didn't know much about you back then, too.
What'd you say?
I said I didn't know much about you
Yeah,
back
that
then.
shocked me.
know.
you definitely humbled me that night. I was like, you've never heard of the Sarkis Team? You're like, no, who's the Sarkis Team? I was like, damn, really? Clearly we're not marketing enough in the North Shore, which is why we
Yes.
needed you in the beginning.
Yes.
But yeah, so we don't recruit. It's really about right place, right time, which
Right
was
fit.
the case here. Right fit for sure. Like, right seat on the bus. And I was just impressed overall after you came into the office, we started chatting. I'm a big believer in experience trumps everything. And whether you're selling $100 million or $20 million, it's really about how do you actually manage, conflict? How do you manage relationships? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? And you're a mother of 2 daughters, I believe 14 and 11.
Yes.
And you're kind of in a transition in your life now. Your
Yes.
daughters one of your daughters is going off to high school. No, you're
High school.
yeah, high school.
Yeah.
Yep. And life gets. I mean, I have 2 daughters, 8 and 5. I'm in the thick of it right now.
Enjoy it. It goes by quick.
That's what everyone says. And I know that you've always done real estate more part-time, and you really wanted to, and you've never been on a team.
Never.
And
I've always been by myself.
you've always been by yourself, and you've done an exceptional job. Even prior to coming to the team, you had great relationships, great contacts. What was so important about coming over to the Sarkis team and making that change? Because it's not easy and it's uncomfortable.
Yes, definitely. I feel that David and I were in a transition where we were wanting to be an example for our girls now that they're getting older. I feel like kids nowadays have a lot handed to them and they don't know how to work for something. And I just want to show my girls that, success doesn't come overnight and you have to put in the time and the energy and work at it, and I want to set a good example to raise 2 strong girls. So that was something that I thought it would be good for me to show them that. And then you were right there.
And I'm very lucky to have you on this team.
Yes.
You've been great. We've
you.
started off with a pretty big sale too, which we'll get into, which we're attacking together. But prior to real estate, what did Michelle do? Aside from being a full-time mother and all your involvement in the community, before jumping into
Before the
real
girls.
estate, before the girls?
I was in corporate finance.
Corporate finance.
I was a finance manager for a corporation, Adulta Dental.
Okay.
Yep, did it for I wasn't there for 15 years, but I was in corporate finance for 15 years.
And that was more of corporate America.
Yes.
9 to 5, the grind. And
Which I love.
Which you loved.
Yes. Analyzing, organization, numbers, love it all.
Much different than what you're doing today.
Yes. But still the same.
Still the same,
I
but
like incorporating my analytics and my involvement in finance with my clients, so that they understand, value of a dollar and,
Yep.
How to put value into your home and all of that. But I do like working with people more than sitting behind a desk.
So you do think that your past experience in corporate finance and being a finance manager has definitely helped you in your real estate career?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then getting into real estate, obviously, you were already around real estate prior to it because
Yes.
your husband, David, is in the mortgage business. He's been in the mortgage business for
Over 20 years.
over 20 years. So you've kind of seen that life because he's talking to real estate agents. He's helping people secure financing.
Yep.
So
He was the one who told me to get my license.
he told you to get your license.
Yep, he thought I'd be good at it, and it was something that we could do together.
He
So when
thought
I
right.
was-
He thought right. Shout out to David. He thought right.
Yeah.
So you come to this, you join the Sarkis team, and it's a whole new world. You know,
Yes.
it's a whole new world. We are part of a, big brand in Douglas Elliman, and we are really invested in luxury, and our goal is to provide a white glove service, VIP treatment to our clients. There's nothing we really don't do, and that is where I saw you and got excited. I knew that you had the gift of making people feel comfortable from the first day I met you. Now, coming to the team and seeing the marketing, the branding, and everything else, how did that excite you? And what did that, make you feel?
Excited.
So it made you feel
You're
excited.
on another level of luxury. Your marketing, your branding. If I was going to come out of the woodwork after, being a full-time mom and part-time realtor for a long time, this is where I belong, and this is where I'd want to be. Being part of the team is good. It's good to surround yourself. I've never been part of a team, so it's good to surround yourself with educated and amazing realtors, and be able to fall back on them and ask them questions. And
So being in the Middleton community, you've lived there, you're raising your family there. Tell us a little bit about what your involvement is in the community, in Middleton, in the North Shore, and how important that has been to you in building relationships and meeting new people and understanding, who your neighbors are and what your community is all about.
yeah, we moved to Middleton about 10 years ago. We wanted to build a good life for our family and our girls, and we hit the ground running when we got there. We met new people, great people. We've met great friends. My daughters have met great friends. My husband got involved in the school committee. My daughters both play softball, so we both got involved in the softball board. We both are on the softball board. I coach my daughter's softball teams. My daughters were little, they played soccer. David coached soccer. We would always donate our time to the school, and year after year, you just start to get to know everybody, and everybody gets to know you, and it's important to build relationships. That's
It really
my
is.
home.
So are you still coaching sports? Mm-hmm. You are?
Yep.
And-
I coach my little one. I don't coach my oldest anymore.
And did you play sports growing up?
Softball and
Softball.
basketball.
And basketball,
Yes.
wow. I mean, you have the height, girl. You have the height. What's the biggest takeaway or new perspective you've gained since joining the team?
Just that, being part of a team. I like being part of a team. I never had that before. And honestly, still learning and growing. I've been here for 8 months now, and every week you have taught on the agent huddles something new, every single week. And I don't know how long you've been doing it before me, but I've learned something new every single week for the past 8 months.
That's great. That makes me feel like I'm actually providing value.
Yeah.
I love to coach. I love to receive feedback and continue to adapt, which is, great when I have agents tell me, I get agents that call me sometimes and say, I can't do it this way though, and that doesn't work for me. Is there any other way I could do it? And then I'm like, okay, let me kind of pivot a little bit, because it's different strokes for different folks, as you know.
Exactly.
So what have you done differently since you've actually joined the team? I know there's been some changes and
Yes.
getting uncomfortable, and
Definitely.
you and I have had some coffee meetings at Starbucks a couple times.
This
What-
is my year. I told myself to get uncomfortable, which I dove right into the deep end here.
Yes, you did.
I think the biggest thing I've changed this year is focusing on building my brand and marketing
Yep.
and social media. That's a whole new world for me.
And your social media has definitely, improved since when you first started.
Yes.
Not saying it was bad, but you
Well, it
started.
was non-existent.
It was non-existent. I was very impressed when we had our showing together, and this is at 1215 Main Street in Lynnfield, which by the time this episode actually airs, we will be closed, hopefully. So we secure a listing in Lynnfield, 1215 Main Street, aka the Hilltop House.
Yes.
It's the house that Frank Giuffrida built. And I brought you on to assist in the listing with Alex Sanchez. So I wanted you to kind of understand how we handle these bigger listings, 3 million plus, and not that you didn't do it before, but because we have a specific system and way of handling these listings, and I want it to be consistent across the board. And this is for any listing. It's a $500,000 listing or a $50 million listing. We have a process that we like to follow. And you had joined. You came to the listing pitch. We secured the listing, thanks to you and Alex. It was just great to show sellers that they have a team behind them. And we got the listing, we're starting to market it, and then you give me a call about 2 days after we secured the listing, and you can tell the rest.
Yeah, I got a call from a friend of mine who saw the listing on my social media.
Look at that.
Wasn't even looking, but always looking to see something that's out of the box or different, and this caught their eye, and they wanted to go on a showing.
So we scheduled a showing.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about the first showing that day?
Oh my goodness, the power was out.
The power was out.
We had no lights in the whole 10,000 square foot home.
No lights.
So we were using our phone.
Pouring rain.
Pouring rain, yes. But it couldn't have gone better with all
They always
odds
say,
against us.
if you like a house on a shitty day, imagine what it's going to look. Imagine how much you're going to like it when it's sunny and there's blue skies.
Yep. And
So-
she loved it.
She loved it.
She loved it.
What I was saying earlier is I was very impressed because this home, for those who don't know the house, is a 1970s custom build. They don't build them like this anymore.
No.
But it's not, fully renovated, modern, up to today's standards. And it's hard to give people, a vision, to show people what it could be. And I didn't tell you to do this. And I honestly was beyond impressed. You come in with your iPad to this showing, and it was the only light we had. It was because it was dark in there. And you're showing your buyers, who are also your friends, obviously, and people you've built a relationship with in Middleton, you're showing renderings of what the room could be. And you're using technology. You're, providing value. And at one point, I'm talking, and I was actually mentioning another home. And you look at me, and I loved this. I wish every agent had this confidence. You look at me, you go, George, go away, I got this. I got this.
We needed to stay focused.
Stop talking about the other homes and confusing them. I know them. And this is the house that I believe she wants. And I just went back. I literally was like, I'm chilling now. Michelle has this. And, you were really able to get them comfortable. You were really able to provide them, insight on the market. which is super important for people. And this is a unicorn.
Yes.
The land, the quality of build, the fact that you can store 15 cars, which I don't think there's any other home in Lynnfield where you can do that. And, well, you got the deal under contract.
We did.
You're representing the buyer. The Sarkis team is representing the seller. And it will close and be one of the highest sales in Lynnfield in 2026 and even in the history of Lynnfield. So that was a great way to kickstart your journey with the team. I think no matter what, 8 months, I know you've been on the team for 8 months, but you know, first 3 or 4 months were always a transition, just getting accustomed to everything. And I feel like this is going to be a great way for you, the team, and all of us to build momentum in the North Shore.
100%.
Now, tell me a little bit about the challenges that you might have seen with this house when we first stepped inside of the house. Like before you had the buyer, obviously, you know, it wasn't for everybody.
No. This house was for a specific buyer. It's not your cookie cutter, modern, colonial. It was a time warp out of 1970s. You needed someone who had a vision, or someone who was a little eccentric and liked the old school and could have a vision to put a new spin and a modern spin, but keep the old furnishings or fixtures of the home. You definitely needed someone who had a vision.
And did you like the house?
I did. They don't build them like that anymore.
I completely agree.
They don't build them like that anymore. This house was so well made. It just needed some love and a vision.
I can't wait to see it come to life. They're going to have some parties
They're
there.
going to do some great things with it.
And they're going to have some parties there. So, you know, aside from selling real estate, being a coach and for your kids' soccer and sports, being a friend, softball, between clients, showings, family, what does a real, you know, day in the life of Michelle Debonis look like? I mean, I know it's
beautiful chaos.
Beautiful chaos.
No 2 days are the same. We go all day, all night. It's juggling
Driving.
500 things at a time. Whether it's working, house, softball, coaching, charity work, dishes, cooking. It's
I just asked you what you have this
long.
weekend, and you were like, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, all day, every day. But I wouldn't want it any other way. I'd be bored.
And how do you separate work and life, like with your kids?
Time management and boundaries.
Boundaries.
You have to have boundaries. I feel when I'm with my kids, I have to be present, especially now that I have, you know, work coming back in the mix, which is important to me. Like I said, I want to show them that hard work, you know, you have to work hard to get what you want in life. So that's important to me. So this has been a transition to try and juggle it all. But it's a work in progress.
Yeah, perfection doesn't exist when you're raising a family.
No.
And
No.
you're trying to have a successful career, obviously. Now,
But family comes first, always.
always.
Always. So when I'm with my kids, I'm with my kids. If I'm coaching their team, you know, I don't answer the phone unless it's, you know, a house is burning down. And non-negotiables are dinner. I cook, so we have dinner as much as we can together with no phones.
No phones.
No phones at the dinner table.
You hear that, everyone? No phones at the dinner table.
Yes. And my husband and I try and have date night at least once a week. We're failing at that right now, but it's on the books once a week.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. when it comes to working with Michelle, you know, if I'm a buyer or a seller, why do I hire you? Why do I work with Michelle Debonis over another real estate agent? What are you going to do differently, Michelle?
I feel that I always work in the best interests of all my clients, and that I am consistent and I work hard, and I always am truthful and honest with them. You know, what you see is what you get, and I'm always going to do the best I can for them.
And your husband, David Debonis, who's been in the mortgage business for 20 plus years, how has that been beneficial to you? You know, I know first off, I know he's an amazing father.
Yes.
And I know that, you know, you guys share the same qualities of family first, which is amazing. Has he been, you know, aside from being supportive and, you know, telling you to get your license from the beginning, him having more experience than you and even myself, he's seen more P&Ss. Like he's probably giving you advice that some
Yes.
agents in the industry haven't even seen before.
Yes, definitely. He's like my ace in my back pocket, I feel like.
I like that.
He's always in my corner. Yeah, I go to him for advice for every little thing, especially in this industry, because he knows, you know.
And
It's been nice working together, but not working together.
not working together?
You know, I do the first end of it, and then it goes off to him, and he finishes it off. So it's good.
And
the clients like it.
clients must love it.
Yeah, because
Now,
it's
is he-
easy, because if I need to get something done, it gets done.
He's doing it right now.
Yeah.
He's getting it done right now. Now, let me ask you this: Is he someone that has referred you business? And
Yes.
he has.
Oh, yeah. That's where my business all started, really.
So kind of
Okay.
cascading your networks and working together,
Yes.
because everyone that's buying, if they're not cash, obviously needs financing. And have you, I mean, it's crazy because you are under the same roof as someone who can update you real time on mortgage rates.
Yes.
So you kind of get an understanding of that. So both of you are very passionate about your careers. How has that played out now that you're working, you know, pretty much full time? You're in the weeds. You are very busy with buyers and sellers. You're overseeing some pretty big listings and transactions. Have you guys had to, like, you know, kind of tap each other and be like, I need you to step up here now?
100%.
And how has that been? Like, that's different than what it was.
100%. I was home full time with the girls, always driving, always there for whatever they needed, cooking, cleaning, laundry. Now we have to divide and conquer. You know, he has to be more available to pick up the girls from school or take them to a game, or all hands on deck on house chores. My girls are doing house chores now, which is another great thing for them.
Have you ever done a chore chart?
Yes.
We were starting to do that now. Yeah.
Good. Start young, because now my oldest tries not to make eye contact when it's like her day to do the dishes.
Wiping the table, putting your clothes. Honestly, getting my daughters to just put their dirty clothes in the hamper can be a struggle sometimes. Like, they just throw it in the laundry room. Like, why is it in the floor? On the floor. Like, pick it up and put it in the hamper. The funny thing is, when we were away for a wedding last weekend, and my daughter finished eating a bag of chips, and she came and she gave me the empty bag of chips.
To throw away.
I said, there's a trash barrel there. There's one over there. I go, what are you doing? And my father-in-law took it and I go, no. Give it back to her.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't want to instill bad habits. If he throws it away for her, she's going to think someone's going to throw it away for her all the time.
This is the thing with kids nowadays. I would never do that as a child.
Now,
They get punished.
now, do you talk to your daughters about, like, did they know what was happening? You guys don't do phones at the dinner table, so was this a discussion like mom's gonna, start working a little more?
Yes.
Explain that a little bit, please.
Yes. It definitely was a discussion because, like I said, I was home full time with them. So I was at their beck and call, and that's where I wanted to be, and that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I still want to do. But yeah, I explained to them that, I wanted to show them and have them see what hard work, what you can get if you put the work in. So we did explain to them that I was going to start working and that we would need all hands on deck at the house and we need some help around the house from them, and that Daddy was gonna, help them with if they needed rides or whatever they needed, and we were gonna split up as much as we could. I'm still the main source of everything in the house, but
Sorry, Dave.
he is helping, I have to say.
I
And
can
it's
see
nice,
that.
you know what? My girls see me get dressed up now and go to work, and I told them about deals that I'm doing, and they're proud of me. And you know what? It's working. My little one wants to be a realtor. She's in the car asking me all kinds of questions about contingencies and
I love that.
percentages, and it's. I don't want to cry, but yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Now, you're always dolled up, first of all. I think you have swag.
Oh.
How
Well, that's a compliment coming from you.
You have swag. I can see that you're very thoughtful with your outfits. You've been to events. You dress to impress. Now, how important do you feel it is to actually dress the part and to be put together when you are showing a $1 million home and, going out there to meet with clients?
Very important.
Why?
I just feel like when you're dressed nice, you feel good,
Yeah.
when you're dressed and to impress, you will impress.
You will impress. And in our business.
And it's nice to be well put together when you're dealing with clients that are selling $1 million homes.
Yep.
They don't want somebody selling their home that doesn't represent what they are representing, or what they're selling.
Now, there's been some struggles too in this market. It's not an easy market.
No.
What do we do, or what do you do, when you can't manage a client's expectation? Like you go to see a home and it's not that impressive. It's not designed to the nines. Mm-hmm. It may need staging, but
Yes.
they don't want to stage. They might want to price it at $1 million, but it's worth $900. How do you manage these expectations, Michelle?
Sometimes you just have to have difficult conversations. And, you don't want to waste anyone's time. If you're going to price something that is too high and it's just going to sit there, you're going to waste your time and their time. So I feel like it's good to have difficult conversations up front and help them as much as you can. You can do virtual staging if they don't want to stage. Pictures, videos, market online like we've been, which I feel like is huge nowadays.
Having difficult conversations, ripping the Band-Aid off, which a lot of people don't want to do. I mentioned it yesterday on our call. Procrastination is a big problem in the real estate industry. You're like kind of like, I'll let it go and I'll just wait. And the last thing you want is a client to call you first.
Yes.
You want to always get ahead of it. What is one piece of advice Michelle would give her younger self that you probably have given your daughters or will eventually, give your daughters? There's going to be a lot of lessons that you've learned over the years.
Yes, I would say treat people how you want to be treated and don't let other people's actions dictate who you are.
At the end of every episode, we like to unlock the legacy of our guests. 20 years down the road, 30 years. What is one thing you want Michelle Debonis to be remembered as, remembered for?
My integrity and being a good mom. That's two.
That's two. And they're very powerful. You're a great mother.
Thank you.
You're very loyal. And we are so blessed to have you on this team.
Grateful to be here.
How do people follow you? How do people get in contact with you? Instagram?
Instagram, Michelle.Debonis_real estate.
Michelle.Debonis, DEBONIS_real estate. Give my girl a follow. You can email her, DM her, whatever it is. She's going to continue to do big things. And like I said, we're lucky and blessed to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.